Hello, how's it going? We're live on YouTube. Yeah, there we go, I got the chat popped out. How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday. Oh geez, it's Brad. Welcome in and welcome for the hydrate. Not sure if you're still there after the little intro. Hi Zay, hi Deathlight, how's it going? Happy Friday. Welcome in. I wasn't sure if I was gonna stream tonight. And then I'm like, but I could make art though. And so I split up some of the stuff I had to do, and I'm gonna get some work in today. I've been fighting with the old computer all day, hoping to get it. So I did spend a little bit of today distracted. I did some housework, and then it's 7 o'clock now, my time, by the time we're live, so I know it's pretty late for the rest of y'all. But I think I mentioned I got a DSLR for Christmas, which legitimately, like, when you see people like get proposed to in movies and they like well up and they're like speechless and like, you know, like that's how I fucking felt when my friend was like stopping me mid-sentence and they're like, hey, hang on, I got something for you. I was like, what? They're like, here you go, open this. I was like, what? They didn't wrap it or anything. It was a fucking camera bag. They just plopped it. I'm like, wait. I thought that was theirs. I thought they were gonna show me something or like, no, it was for me. And it had the cam link for the Elgato cam link and a cord. So I spent a little bit of time this morning getting that all set up, and it looks amazing. We're gonna have great traditional art streams now. And I compared it to the webcam I'd bought originally to try. And oh my gosh, the webcam just makes everything so yellowed. And there was so much color correction I had to do. And yeah, it's a Canon. I don't know anything else about it, but I pushed buttons till the things I needed to happen. It's my favorite way to learn. Very hands-on. And for once, it's not somebody else's, it's mine. So I haven't been scared to like mess anything up or like accidentally drop it. I'm like, if I fuck it up, it's on me, let's go, woo! You know? And yeah, so I've been getting it set up. It's mounted on the camera mount, and it's just like I can't believe it. Anyways, I was absolutely speechless. And I wanted to be like, where'd you get this? Like, how much was this? Like, what, you know? And I'm like, all these questions are so rude. Shut up and say thanks, Skuttz. And I was just like, thank you. And I'm like welling up with tears in my eyes, and I can barely like make a sentence. And I'm just like, this is like what you see like chicks do in movies when they get proposed to. And they're just like, oh my God, this is amazing. I opened this and I'm like, oh my God. So I'm so excited! And I think I might need to get like an actual macro lens to get pictures of spiders, but you know, having a DSLR is like 90% of the fucking way there. And getting a lens that'll take pictures of the little precious spoots. Oh, something to fucking actually capture the gorgeous patterns on their little butts. Oh my God. Okay, orb weavers. It's not jester drawings again. Orb weavers have really cool, really intricate patterns on their back. And I think even some of the giant house spiders do too. But my phone camera it's all pixelated and it garbles it, and it's like, no, I can't use them for drawing references. Like, to be, oh, it's so inspiring. You try to take a picture of it and your phone's like, fuck you, here's a bunch of tiny squares. And I'm like, that's fair. We've got a limit to things, I guess. But not anymore! I got a DSLR. Well, it's mounted. The worst part of this is going to be having to unscrew it to get a picture of spiders. But I'll do it. Anyways. Have you tried putting your old computer in a Lindor truffle box? Playing Descent into Avernus? Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. So, as much as I want to, I just want to paint my nails. The intrusive thoughts scream to ditch everything, be irresponsible, and I'm like, no. What if we did responsible? They're not intrusive thoughts. Those are the ones. I'm like, no. I have a really nice, like, really nice fragile material, and brain's just like, what if I ruined it? I'm like, that would be chaotic, but then you wouldn't get the thing again. I'm like, that's fair. But like, sometimes I just want to see what happens to materials, and it's like, nope. It's also, oh, it's why I'm really interested in like just doing mixed medium stuff and trying to, like, I like trying to combo different stuff. It's why cosplay was a lot of fun. Like, a lot of other things utilize a single, like, lateral skill, but making cosplay requires so many, like, interconnected skills, and some that have nothing to do with one another, and I love it. It's such a challenge. I was having a discussion with somebody about, like, about Dark Souls, and, like, they had an opinion about, like, Dark Souls should have an easy mode so it would make it playable for other people who might not otherwise like such a gritty, grindy game. And I could understand that, but I am also, like, I'm excited. Part of the reason I want to play Elden Ring is because of the challenge, and I enjoyed Dark Souls 1 because of the challenge. But, like, I like that kind of struggle to success, and maybe that's why I'm satisfied doing what I do. It takes a lot of work to get anywhere. We're still doing it with YouTube, but if you give up, you don't get anywhere, and it's when you keep going that you actually make some progress. The game's as hard as they intended. And, you know, if I go and I play Dark Souls, well, Dark Souls, I didn't quit because I wanted to quit. The Xbox quit. And I couldn't do anything about my game save being on the Xbox. So, yeah. It just let me know I at least enjoyed the game enough. But there is Elden Ring perched, waiting. I do want to finish Baldur's Gate. Maybe that's, you know what? I'll tell myself as soon as I finish Baldur's Gate, we can replace the next long game with Elden Ring. And then that will maybe motivate me to finish Act 3. Because why? Why is it? Act 2 was so good. There was a lot that happened, and then it's like we just went to too many people. If I want... So many people, such a busy city, so many people, so many conversations happening at the same time. I can't listen to them all. I'm gonna go sit in the woods. Elden Ring, this sounds like a terrible idea. I want to see how far I can get. And I understand I might hit a point where I just put the game down and decide this isn't for me. And it's not probably because I couldn't keep trying and do it, but at that point I've determined the amount of time it will take me to beat it. I would rather probably make something tactile instead. Like, I would rather learn a new skill that challenges me that way. the mental capacity that would take, I might as well learn how to do some stuff in Blender 3D models and learn how to make Skuttz do more Skuttz things that you guys can redeem and do. Like, I just have different priorities that make a struggle that hard only feel so fun. You know what I mean? I'm going to enjoy as far as I get, and I would like to beat the game, but there might hit a point that it is too difficult for me. But that's okay. I also enjoy other difficult things, and maybe my mental patience will be tested so that when I do go to try to learn those things again, that I can. But it takes a lot of time and a lot of mental capacity and bandwidth to learn how to take my 3D model. I'd have to put it into Blender, and then I have to fix the face shapes or body shapes and stuff. But there is a way that we can take the redeems, like melons, and that could be made automatic. So when you redeemed that, I don't have to do anything. It just makes the slider adjustment onto the model already. So we could play the cats game. You guys want to have a community game night? That stupid jumping jazz cats was fun. Zomboid would be fun on a small server if you guys behaved. Played up. You guys want to run a restaurant? Anyways, that's not what we're here for tonight. What we're here for tonight is... let me push some buttons. Wait, I can't see. Jazz cats, that was it. Yeah. That was cute. It's just like this random... You get to... Hairball. No, I just choked on my spit getting excited. You get to make your own cat. Oh, we're like 3 seconds away from me just showing you guys the game. But I'm live. I'm live on YouTube and I'm trying to focus on art. But you can like customize your cat. You can like unlock different fur patterns, and then you can make like you can have different cats saved. And then you can unlock things like little devil horns or like little donut accessories for them to wear. It's dumb. And then you run around and you're racing. And sometimes it's a race where you're trying to run laps the fastest. Sometimes you're trying to catch little things. There's random bonus games and it's all kind of randomized. So it's kind of chaotic and fun. You've worked at restaurants, you've served your time. Same though. This one's fun. See, that's another thing. Like, I like games that other people are like, that's not fun. I'm like, aw. Played Up is like really intense, I think, for a game. I had to put it down for a second. And then I watched some of the automation when my back was out. That's what I did. I spent a minute learning how to do automation and make the game actually easier, because I was just trying to play Played Up like Overcooked and deliver stuff as fast as you can. But it's designed to make you play until you fail. So it happens really quickly and you get really overwhelmed really fast. But they have things like conveyor belts and auto grabbers and auto ovens and things that do things in more convenient ways, and you have to be really strategic about how you get them and what you pick and why, depending on what you're making. And I really love it, because I got bored of coffee shop, and then I was like, well, what's it like to make pizzas? And now I'm learning a whole different process. But it's like it only lets you save one restaurant run at a time, but you can have a saved run and start a new run. But if you run and fail, then you're fine, you still have your old save. But if you run and you want to save it, you have to pick between that restaurant and the previous one, I believe. So it does encourage you to not like hold on to the game so much. I feel like, hang on, I'm getting raspy and I need to drink some water. right. That's so much better. I should start making tea again. Um, nice. My phone's almost charged. Oh my God. I couldn't find my phone. I was like, where did I put it? Where did I put it? Because I was listening to something in my ear, right? And I'd been down underneath my computer and I was trying to find a port to put the Camlink capture card in, and all of my ports were full, so I had to play a game and figure out what could go. And I forgot that I used my phone for a flashlight, and I didn't need it for a moment, and I was taking care of other stuff and getting stuff set up and trying to see what was going on and get it working on the computer end of things. And then it was like I picked like a 30-minute, 38-minute thing to watch, and then all of a sudden it stops, and I'm like, okay, oh, it got quiet. Where's my phone? And I'm like looking. I'm like, where's my phone? I'm looking. I look down and I see the floor underneath my desk glowing. I'm like, oh my God. I just left the flashlight on for like half an hour at least. So it was almost dead. And I was like, let's plug you in, buddy. There you go. I've almost rectified my mistake. All right, so today we have I'm gonna turn this into a horse, into a centaur. And then we have kobold who took lock it in a little too literally. I'm trying to figure out, excuse me, what else I want to do for her, and then, if I like the chains or not, or how I want to do them. Because, like, the brush looks kind of alright. But I think, oh, yeah, if I hit Control Z. Yeah, so I tried to make these, like, sit on her body better. And I think those kind of adjustments will help. And then I'm gonna go in and like probably hand draw or fix like the links that go around the edge, because those are fucked. Unacceptable. Let's just go pee. Actually, we'll leave it the other way. It's easier to see. I'm less likely to forget to fix it. Yes. Yes. Whoa, a whole centaurs. This needs a second picture of her having to cut her way out of the chains. No, no one else wanted to. They were like, "What the fuck, man? That's too hard." And then she had to deal with the consequences of her own actions. She couldn't get to the angle grinder. Okay, so here's the thing about turning this into a centaur, right? So it's How do we turn it into a horse? What the fuck? Who taught me how to draw horses? That's not... There we go. He's... Don't judge my artistic skills. Alright, so we've got like, midsection. Going to sort of turn into horse shoulder. Alright. I can't think about this. Classic how to horse. Yeah, there was a... It was like one of the weird end of the year assignments, or it was like during Christmas where they were trying to give us like a little bit of a break. And they're like, we still have to give you an assignment, but we're gonna try and give you something fun. One of like those kind of things. And funny because there's a few things from it that I learned that I still do, but the thing I picked to do was to show everybody how to draw a horse. I was like, this is gonna be so dumb. Like, you know, like I don't know what else to do. All I do is draw, and like everyone's like, oh, how do you draw so good? So I walked everybody through how to draw a horse for my class assignment, and everybody was like really hyped about it. They were like, yeah, and like they were like, how'd this look? And I was like, wow. I thought everybody would think it was stupid, but we all like, it was like a mini fucking talent show. It was like, you found out like your classmates had these weird secret talents. I'm like, I had no idea that was a thing. One of them showed me how to make like an Orange Julius type thing. They like showed the class it like mix milk and like the orange juice concentrate with some vanilla, and it was just like, holy shit. And like in the summer, it's still something I can have. And once in a while, I'm like, I still make that treat. It's really tasty. And it's just like, somebody else taught like how to finger crochet or finger weave. And you just used your fingers to wrap the like yarn around, and then you used your other hand, like the prongs, or it's hard to explain, but like I ended up making a bunch of them, and like if I ever just have a need for something random and decorative, like it's something that's fun to do passively, you just have to be careful not to like give yourself rope burn between your finger going too fast. I was like, oh, there's a speed limit on this, or I have to wear gloves. All right, I gotta go double check. I believe they are also. And then we're about to go off the rails from the pose entirely. Because they can't explode me with your mind. I'm afraid of Professor X. I live in a tinfoil hut. It's mind-proof. Also, like, what the fuck? That's, That's like some 12-year-old shit, bro. Sure, you should even be in here. Should the audio be cutting out? It should not. We keep having audio issues with the music lately, and I'm not sure why. YouTube shouldn't even be hearing any music, so I'm not sure what's going on over there. There is music on YouTube, there's a whole different issue. Yeah, I tried having music over on YouTube and everybody got tired of the DMCA free music, so I opt for none. If you'd like to listen to the jams, they are over on Twitch. Otherwise, YouTube is basically silent, so you're able to like listen to your own music or watch something in another tab without my music necessarily interfering. So they're just two different vibes. And yeah, there's no music over there when I'm not talking. I'm a little bit tired, but I wanted to get on and work. Alright, let's try to figure out what I want to do with this. Yeah, it's not a glitch. Thank you for checking though. part of it is I'm drawing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I think, look for some references. I don't know. I mean, there's different ways, I guess, to interpret centaur anatomy, but I just think of like horses have. God, I think I forgot what horses fucking look like, dude. They have like this little thing here, and then it usually goes up into like their neck. God, it's like I don't know how to draw animals. But it turns into, why do I keep drawing bad horses today? I swear I'm a good artist, you guys. This is what happens when I don't do warm-ups anymore. I can feel it. Actually, that's not a bad point. I did not do warm-ups, but I notice the days I do, I have a much better time. Anyways, there's this part on horses where like you get, it goes up into the neck, and obviously this is the part that most people put on it, but it's like the same mermaid spot connection at the hip joint. You just kind of take the horse head off, and then you just that's you know, it sounds easy, and then you have to try to make it look natural and fluid, and you're like, ah, son of a bitch. How do horses look? But yeah. Sometimes you're happy your art isn't this good, so you don't gotta be perfect. Oh no, it's not that it has to be perfect. It's that I'm not using a reference, and so horses are one of my favorite animals. I had a lot of model horses growing up. It's something I should be familiar with, and so I'm like, dang it. But it's an awkward angle for a horse anyways. And I'm also trying to talk at the same time. So if I try to look for like a horse laying down. So I think it's part of it's trying to find a laying pose that works. Not just them sticking their legs out straight. Let's see. Do. Oh my gosh, it's a bunch of horses sleeping. Apparently they should be taking a nap. I can see the pose that I want to draw in my head. I'm kind of thinking about like when they roll and they're like kind of starting to get up. Man. Yeah, I think it's part of the issue is because oh, this one's kind of it. This is difficult. Sometimes it's really hard to find the references that you need. Your bad? No, it's not your bad. Ugh. I was just thinking I might go grab some of my model horses. A part of it's just being able to visualize the anatomy and like the way the shoulders and the legs go, and then I can kind of figure out how they fold in the other directions and stuff. But like I'm blanking on like just not having drawn horses lately. Not really a big deal. It's just it's a hole in my recent yeah. All right, hang on. I think I am. I just literally have to go not die. I see a Nidorino on top of them. I hope I don't have to fight it for them. I might have to do a Pokemon battle to get my horse. We'll see. Just put model side on desk and take pick. Da, da, da. Yeah, basically, that's kind of the plan, frankly. You know what? We're gonna do it because I think we need to do an ad break anyways. We're at 55 minutes, so I think it's gonna be forcing one. So I'm gonna use the restroom. I'm gonna grab a horse model, and I'm gonna get this figured out. In the meantime, I guess have a kobold who does not does not get it. Yeah, I can't do anything about the lagging stream apparently. Hmm. Interesting. It's telling me I should use a higher stream bitrate over on YouTube, but I think when I did that last time, it caused Twitch to do this weird thing where it started skipping and lagging. Is this a new issue? Or is that on their end? That's where I'm like, I'm not sure. But yeah, huh. That's difficult trying to please all the different programs at the same time and get them to function together. I'm doing my best. Alright. What if I grabbed a Barbie doll and sawed the head off of one of the horses and then fused them together for some sort of Franken-centaur. Ow! Alright. I'm gonna be right back, BRB. You're not missing anything while you watch ads instead of having to have the FOMO. So just hang tight. It gets rid of pre-rolls too, and we'll BRB. Just get our best boy Hoofery. Hoofers he's too small for the job. I never thought I'd say this, but Hoofery's too small for the job. Holy shit, Spork, you're getting good at All right. Got my horse. So I'm actually better at redrawing. I might have to just start from the middle here. Let's start over from the middle, and then I'll see. I feel like I should add like other creatures into my like I draw so many anthros, why not throw creatures as well into the mix instead of only ever drawing like human refs. Like I love that I've been adding those in. Man, I had to wash my horse off. She was dusty. It's crazy. I've had this horse for so long. She has lore. She has history. She has a family. She has a husband. She has a child. She has seen grass and touched dirt. I've had this horse for ever. Oh man. It was one of the things I got really excited about. I think it was either for Christmas or a birthday, but I got one of my first Breyer horses. And he was from the Mustang collection. Because, like, Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron had kind of come out that year or around that time. And so, and like, I was a horse girl, loved horses, loved the Hanses. And so it's like, we slowly got a collection of them. Oh, I have duplicates of some of them because I got gifted some for Christmas one year and they were ones I already had. And so I held on to them, I think to some degree, just in case they were like gonna be collectibles or anything. You know, remainder of the Beanie Baby days dancing in my head. And if they're not actually worth that much, I wonder if it would be fun to customize one. Because I wouldn't touch the ones that have like sentimental value. There's no way. But I think they also sell blank horses. I want to make a custom Skuttz. Also, I've barely looked at the model. I literally just had to take away the torso to draw the horse first. We'll add the torso later. Forever horsey. Yes. Just creatures of people. More Bonnie and Night Song. Yes, creatures and people. I see what you mean. That doesn't look right. Don't ban me. It's horse pecs. I'm not even actually sure what muscles those are on horses. Now it just looks like a butt. God, can I draw without worrying that some random part of a thing is gonna look too too caked up? Hmm. So what if this was like a top down? So they're they're like laying down. Or, you know what? Hoofree gave me an idea. What if we put Centaur on a couch? Alright, it's still leaned out too far that way. I would have to like, you know, more like a chase lounge. Alright, I feel like I could work out getting these to merge somewhere. We might just go with a couch. There. Oh my goodness. I don't know what else I want to do I'll fix the anatomy later. Dying. Ah, man. I'm fine. Hang on. I just need some water. Might have done it. Might have done it. Too caked up for Twitch. That's right, Bootsy. How's it going over there? Happy Friday. Hopefully YouTube's not lagging for you too, Boots. Alright. One time, it's so frustrating. um, like, I mean, it's not, people are, I guess, entitled to their opinions on what they think does or doesn't look good. But one time I was experimenting with, like, I think it was one of the My Little Pony characters, and I drew her legs very, like, stylized, because horses have very large bodies, and then their legs are like little fucking toothpicks. It's like, why? Who did this? Who put who put 1 ton on 4 toothpicks? You know, like, horses are built weird, weirder than I draw them even. And so I was like, well, like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I want to make these legs a little bit more like shape and narrow and whatever. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm like, then they won't look like they'll support a horse. And I'm like, fucking look at a horse, dude. The legs be sticks, man. I stand by my stick leggy horse. Did it look odd because it's anthro? Maybe. But you know what? That's it's one of the things that always frustrates me when I do go out and play with style. Like, people want these cool, like, strange proportions, and they like love neat like things that aren't necessarily completely realism, you know. But then once in a while when an artist goes and tries something strange like that, there'll be somebody who's vocal about it being not something they like or being weird or whatever. And it's like, I stopped putting hearts in the eyes of my characters in my art for a long time for the same reason. Someone was just like, hey, can you just like not put the hearts in the eyes on the commission? And I was like, oh gosh. And they didn't like it for that character. And then somebody else was like, hey, I don't, and it was just like, it happened like back to back. And I was like, oh no. So it made me hesitate to do it on commissions. And that's different when it's like paid work, I suppose. But when I'm just like doodling and stuff, like, that's where you get fun designs and odd stuff from. And so it always is like strange to me when people make those kinds of comments. I'll probably still end up playing with something similar to that eventually. I keep cycling back around to wanting to play with cartoony proportions and everything. I think even the fact that, like, the kobold has larger hands, trying to scale her like a kobold. And, like, it's okay to have preferences, and there's changes I'm okay to make when it's a commission, as long as it's within a reasonable degree, you know. At some point, if it's like, why did you commission me for my art if you don't even want my art style? Then we've maybe gone too far, but that's been very far and few between for me. For the most part, it's a reasonable request, but still, the if you see an artist who does have a cool style or does go out on a limb and tries something interesting with an art piece and you think that it's neat, you should probably vocalize it and comment or just speak out. Just be like, hey, that looks cool. Because the likelihood is that someone who thinks it's odd is going to speak out, you know, and it is a little bit discouraging because we're in an age where social media kind of is necessary to some degree so that you're able to share your art and find an audience if you are doing commission work or trying to sell your art. It's great for networking and for being able to get your stuff out there, but it opens you up to a lot of a lot of things like that. And it's like, so I might have played safer with my art style than I would have otherwise. But I've been wanting to make sure that it's still appealing for people to want to commission. And that's why I've got some commissioners who let me kind of run rampant and play and just kind of do what I'd like. And it's really nice to be able to explore creatively like that. And yeah, it's weird. It's trying to create from an authentic place as an artist. I'm sure like content creators and everybody like that like falls into similar struggles too. Like when you put what you make out for eyes to see, people are going to tell you what they think about it, whether you want them to or not. And it's really difficult, even if it is up to you, what kind of stuff you take and leave as far as criticism goes. And I'm like, if somebody's just like, your art sucks, I'm kind of like, okay, whatever, move along. Like, there's nothing there for me. But when it comes to like making sure that my art still has some kind of curb appeal, there's like, I look at it and I don't mind it. I think it looks good, but to me, my art style feels safe. It feels like I've stuck to semi-realistic proportions and things, and I would love to stray into making things more stylized and playing with stuff like that, but at the same time, I still want to make sure that it like once you refine a style and you find how you like to do it, it feels different. Uh, so I feel like on the side, I've been kind of fine-tuning a new style, but it's really difficult. Because I'm like, oh, but I'm trying to just be like, no, I want things to look more angular. I'm having fun with that. And, like, remembering that the best art comes from following your inspirations and trying to kind of keep that enthusiasm. But, like, I don't know. Like, you have to be able to you have to be able to create from a place of authenticity. People can tell when stuff is inauthentic. It's why people can't like just, oh, I'm gonna start doing furry art because they pay a bunch of money when they're not a furry artist them or like a furry themselves. Like I say that, but then that was kind of me to start with, but I was just like, oh, I'm not a furry because I didn't have any sort of real connection to it. But then after I basically created a fursona in Skuttz to try to interface and like communicate with people, and then the furry community was very kind to my art. They tipped me. They were very encouraging. I had a lot of amazing customers that I enjoyed working with, and it's like one of us, one of us. I'm like, one day I was like, oh shit, okay, never mind. I am a furry. And it was just like, I guess it's not really, a big deal or whatever. But even when I didn't consider myself a furry, I didn't go, oh, I'm going to draw furry art and take their money, ha ha ha. Somebody had asked me to draw a character, and I was like, okay. And like, I posted the art on Reddit and started getting requests, and then the requests turned into, hey, I'm tired of waiting to see maybe if my art gets drawn. Can I just pay you to have you like for sure draw it? And I was like, sure. And like I kind of turned it, but like I was already authentically creating art that was interesting to furries in the characters that I was drawing at the time. So it's like it's different than just seeing the furry community as a walking wallet. And it's like, no, a lot of people depending on their degree of income, might save for something for a while before getting one. Just because somebody has an expensive fursuit doesn't mean that, you know, it didn't take them a minute to save up there or work on it, or, you know, having to make stuff yourself. Like, there's something about it where it's like, this is a passion. So if you're not being passionate, like, it kind of really stands out in a bad way. It's one of the reasons why I liked drawing. I did, for a little bit, I did Patreon suggestions for characters, like fandom characters people wanted to have me draw. And it was cool, and I liked it, but my problem came to when I was drawing characters from IPs I didn't recognize, and I'm like, I don't actually feel like I can do this character justice. Like, I do my best. One time I went and I watched a game trailer, but it's that whole, if you take a character who's like this evil, mean, like, sassy bitch, and like you draw her in completely not the right like attitude, and it's like, wait, where'd my bitchy dommy mommy go? Why'd you draw her all ooh woo? Like, huh? This does what? It does not commute. It does not commute. Does not compute. Does not go anywhere. It does not commute. It's just like, yeah. And it's interesting. It's why even doing commissions, I still try to make sure that I find something I like about the characters, or I find, I forgot what I was talking about because Pretty Centaur Man? What if I move? Could move the head over. No, I actually like the elbow where it was. Alright, except the shoulders, what not lagging as far as you can tell. That's good. Alright. Yeah, there's only so much I can do about it. There's also, not saying that this person was, but there are also people who do go into streams sometimes and troll, and they're just like, are there sound issues? Because then, you know, you're scrambling to try to fix it. I've had so many sound issues, though. And I'm like, So if it's that case, then it might be on their end and I can't do anything about it. Or, like, yeah, there's basically nothing I can do about it. If somebody else is having to go, and the VODs are fine, or the post-stream recordings are fine. There was a minute when it was fucked up. Like, if the stream is fucked up, please say something, because usually somebody else would be like, oh, geez, I thought I was the only one. Which is why I'm just like, is anybody else having issues? But I'll toggle the sound on and off and see what I can do. But then I was like, the sound's not even going over to YouTube. So I'm not sure what was coming through for the sound, though. But I know I had my mic off and there shouldn't have been any sound, so. It was a silent stream, which I am I'm sorry about, but there's only so much I can do. All right, so we've got... Oh, all right. Parts in the eyes is so cute. Don't get why some don't like it though. It's apparently got a label called wingding eyes. I'm like, oh. Which is fair. It makes sense. If somebody's angry, I've been, hard eyes also aren't always appropriate for every OC or every occasion. Sometimes they get exclamation points, like when they're surprised, or like I change it up once in a while, but I can count the times that I've gone for just like regular or regular shaped. No, I can't. I lost track, but it's not that many. The furry community being all nice and shit to make you into one of them. Yeah. It does not leave the station. Finding something you like about the character and getting the right personality. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think that matters a lot. Ugh. And then, even if I like a character, I found the other issue I had with that is the more times I draw a character, the better it is. So if it's like the first time I've really drawn or seen a character, even Karlach, it took me a minute to draw Karlach a few times. Ugh. Big stretch. All right. What time are we at? 1:40. All right. What do we got? Erase my horrible drawing here. I erased part of his butt. How dare. The rump. The horse booty. All right. Your truffle box. Sorry, I can't get over the Lindor truffle box being a computer case for your torn apart laptop. It's fucking amazing. I love like reusing shit that was just gonna go in the trash though. Like upcycling things when able is super fun. That one also comes with the fun bonus of like not being the thing that's inside of it. So you're like, whoa, what? And then you look and you're like, wow, not chocolate, it's computers. What? Funny. Um, but no, I'm stalling. My brain's dying. I can't remember. It's fine. I got stuck thinking about the tail. Things that don't look like other things. Making trash out. So I've got some magnetic nail polish, right? It is a pain in the fucking ass to use. But goddamn, I keep seeing people get some really cool effects with it and everything. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Why can't I? And part of my problems, I can't fucking hold stuff still. Like I just keep fucking up because I moved too soon. And like it's just not just not not working for me. So I'm like, all right, I have to master this. I have to figure it out. So when I was trying to have some unwind time, um, I've been watching Solar Opposites, uh, since it's on Netflix. It's really weird watching something on Netflix that just keeps cracking Hulu jokes constantly. Uh, like instead of Disneyland, they go to Hulu Land and stuff, and it's definitely interesting. My favorite part is like there's the side stories. I get it. That's what my friends were like. You should watch Solar Opposite. The side story is amazing. The wall is amazing. I'm like, what? And then lo and behold, I'm like, holy shit. It's amazing. Anyways, while I was watching aliens be dumb, um the there was a I had like a fucking idea about this piece of trash I threw out. It was like, it held like a tube of glue, and so it was rounded, and it was large enough to be able to stick my finger inside of. And I'm like, huh. And so I cut the packaging in half, and I taped some magnets to it so that they can't touch or go anywhere or move, and I can just stick my finger in there and not fucking move. I'm like, yes. So I'll have to see. I it's from the Mooncat collection that I got for Christmas from a friend. And so I've been wearing the fucking thermals. The thermal red I wore for Christmas. I'm like, pretty. Oh god, I threw a red glitter on top, and it was just like everybody was like, that's so pretty. What is that? And I'm like, yes. But this time I was like, okay, it's January, it's cold now. Let me try using like there's a airbender one that goes from blue to white, and then there's one that glows. So I was like, I'll try them. They both have kind of like a blue shimmer, and they're kind of transparent. So I did the color shift one, and then I did the glow in the dark one on top. So my hand changes colors when it's hot and cold, and it glows in the dark, and I like it's so great. I love it. That's why I like to spend a few minutes painting my nails, you know? Especially if I'm just like trying to watch TV and unwind at the end of the night. But I don't have anything on my other hand because I was trying to get there's a magnetic one, and I just couldn't get to fucking look right. So I was just like, that was my adventure. But yeah, I love reusing trash. I was like, that was just gonna go rot in a landfill, and now it's gonna make my fingers look amazing. And I like put little tape around the edge, and then like taped the magnets in, and so like it looks like I'm sticking my finger in like a little spacesuit. I want to draw a little smiley face on it, but then I won't be able to see. The whole reason I made it was because I'm like, oh, clear packaging means I can actually like see how the nail polish is magnetized and make sure that like I'm in the right spot. Yeah, anyways, sorry. Nail polish and spiders, man. It was computer all along. Yes. Alright, and then he's got like bug armor. Smaller. Looks like he's laying down. I convinced myself. Oh, it's a wasp pone. Ah. Are there bee wings? Oh, there. One has wings and one does not. Not sure how I feel about that. Leave it alone for now. Gonna let that sink in. Think they're optional. Okay. I'm gonna send you a work in progress real quick. Dude. All right. I think we're gonna have an ad soon. Goes, I have to pee, so I'm just gonna go. I shall return briefly. Thank you for hanging tight during the ads. I run them so that we don't have to watch pre-rolls and all that jazz, so I'll be Hello, hello, I return. I return, and we have kobold. Alright, so I'm gonna try doing the welding torch first. So just kind of get this out of the way. Alright. Part of me wants to apologize for not being over the top or super energetic tonight, but I don't know. I just want to draw. I feel like the art's the important part. I mean, it is. Like, I don't actually make my money streaming, gasp. I make it on commissions. I would love it if streaming further supplemented stuff, but essentially, I, trying to work on commissions. It does slow me down to get too talkative sometimes, but it depends. Sometimes I am in just a more talkative mood than other days. This is not one of those days. This is I don't know, I'm just tired. I've been trying to do a lot. The holidays were a lot. Trying to catch up from the holidays. I'm just like, ah. Need a break from the hubbub too. Then that's the vibe we're rocking today. We're trying to be chill. I might. I'm always gonna perk up and laugh when something genuinely like excites me, but I've been doing a lot. Been doing my physical therapy again because my back went out. I don't want that to happen. So that's just, it's always exhausting. Like, I'm doing my best. I definitely would rather do them. Alright. We have. I'm gonna foreshorten it. It's a hell of a nozzle on this bitch. Yeah. Does that one fix it, or do I have to go toggle, I toggled the source in OBS. Still flickering a bit. Alright, let me pause the source, the page itself. I know you're not probably the only one. Twitch has been doing that. Alright. I'm looking at it too close. I have to be perfect. Blocking so much of her horn. Oh. Alright. Alright. I want to shade the lizard, okay? We're gonna take a break to shade the goddamn lizard. I'll add the shadows in where I need to add them later. That should probably be shadowed out. All right, thanks for stream. Have a good night, Zay. I might be back working on these in the morning. I'll probably take a break and be back on Monday. Yeah, I'm trying to pace it out so I don't make my shoulder and back achy. But I am trying to get on a lot more than I have previously. Well, I think I've been doing pretty good. As long as my back stays in. Or I think that's part of why I'm having a hard time right now. I think it maybe only partially went back in because I'm struggling. And it's normally not this bad. Or it wasn't this bad before, so I think I'm still waiting for something to settle back in the right spot again before I can kind of not have this be sucky. But we'll see. Take a fucking weekend off. I don't want to. I want to draw. I want to work. But I think sometimes I need to let the muscles relax so that the stuff will actually go back in place. But when everything's mad from being wrong, it just sucks. Like jumping shouldn't hurt. Oh, dodge the burgers. No, I'm not dodging the burgers. Wait, I won. God damn it. Okay. No. Dodged one? Don't. I dodged one burger. Yeah. I also will save. Thanks, Cossack. Yeah, we'll see. I want to get some shading done on this, though. We're gonna make some progress. God damn it. Oh my god, that scares me every time. Maybe I need to reduce the volume. Oh my god. Alright. Hang on. I'll save in a second. Doo-doo. All right, so Hmm. So here we run into the issue I was talking about when you have pure white on your character sheet. So at the very least, when it came to the shape at least was in the ballpark of a kind of tone, so I could see what shade of white to use. Where this one's straight white, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out if it's better off to use a pale, like warm version, or if I think I usually have used a blue toned one in the past because I think it adds some contrast, but sometimes you might want something to be monochromatic, and I broke that if it was. It's just a very very interesting thought. When I say any good artist can compensate for it, this is true. However, it does leave something open to interpretation, and it's whether or not that's a warm or a cool shade when you are when you're shading it. It's fun to be able to reflect on these things while I'm working on them, and I'm kind of like thinking about it, you know. Because I brought up part of that point the other day, but then to see like it actually come into being sort of an issue with another character so soon. Like again, it's not a big problem. I can work around it, but I'm choosing a cool tone because I think this looks better, but it might not be what I'm supposed to be picking. And then because I've chosen something, if this gets shown as a reference, now this sort of becomes the accidental default, if you know what I mean. It's very interesting. It's not like a big problem, it's not the end of the world, but it definitely, it's very interesting that it does have a sort of downstream effect. The nuances of character design. All right, we're hitting about 3 hours now. Honestly, I think this one's pretty close to done, other than the adjustments I need to make. Alright, so we'll go like this. And then this is the other thing making this look fucked. Come through. Add some shading. I'm still gonna come through and adjust these, so it's not like... Alright, this helps a ton. I'm gonna make this one a glow layer. I'll erase the part where it says fancy. I am getting to the point where I am getting. And I will likely be back on in the morning for a bit. If not here, then on. do. I think after this, I am going to take a short break before I do the last of my housework. Try to save some of it right before bed because I know I'm like, this is going to be the end of today. My shoulder's going to be done. So I'm like, all right, we'll work for a little bit. Then I'll finish the stuff. All right. Fill this part in. And then, I don't know. That's where I might stop for tonight. Really don't want to overdo it on these, and I want to be able to keep pushing through. I should be able to finish these 2 by Monday. Let's see. All right, and then we have that part. Where is that? Ah, Kazik. Okay, I'll save. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh shit. Every time that scares the crap out of me, man. Jump scare. Alright. I guess I have to erase her horn. No. It looked so good. Not gonna shade this part tonight, I don't believe. I'm just gonna go ahead and block the main chunk in. Okay. Sketch? Where's the sketch? Oh. Tell you a spooder fact. Man, really keeping me on my toes here. Go to my notepad. I have so many. Okay, yeah, because last time I told you that the. All right. So last time I told you about some of the coolest spider names that I found. I found out there was a spider named after Venom. It was something Hardy. Yeah. So this is sort of an addition to that one, right? This is the best spider name. This is my spider fact for the day. My nomination for the best spider name is Newcastle Big Boy. I'm like, I don't know. I need to see this spider. I need to see a Newcastle Big Boy. Like, how can you be afraid of that? I mean, it's either terrifying or it's like the spider version of a bear? I don't know. The big boy. Yeah. Let me go see. Newcastle Big Boy is one of the species of the funnel web ones. What? Found near Newcastle. That would be why they call it a Newcastle Big Boy. I believe it is a newer one, yes. Yeah, it's an Australian resident. The Newcastle Big Boy. Next to the ruler, it looks like he's almost 6 inches. That is a big boy. uh, I'm gonna have to find more spider facts. I've talked about half of them just randomly on stream, and I'm like, well, shit. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that one just the other day. There's the myth about the camel spiders hunting you or running after you because they just want your shadow. But we talked about that yesterday or the day before, Wednesday. The first result, big boy spider becomes Australia's largest deadly funnel web. I love it. I mean, I probably would be pretty terrified of the spider because it's actually like, I wouldn't be like terrified, but I wouldn't poke it. Because that's a bad bite. That is a spider bite to be concerned by. Yeah, they would not be good to be bitten by. Yes, yes. I believe it was the trapdoor spiders that caused me to go on the spider milking tangent the other day. Oh yeah, everybody knows you can't survive without your shadow. You'll die. All right. I was gonna be done, I said. Now I'm just like, just want to shade the metal. Just let me shade just a little bit. Just a little bit of shiny. Just a tiny bit. Just a little shiny. I'm gonna plate up and paint my nails. I don't know if you guys want to be around for that combo. Just pausing my restaurant in between. I need to decide what I want to have next. There's like all the different kinds of foods you can make. It's very... I have to choose one. Last time I made pizza. Alright, that looks pretty good. For as far as I made it. Wow. Cool, cool. I'm gonna make sure these are both saved. And then... just want to poke at it a little bit more. Yes, exactly, exactly. Let's see, it's 10 o'clock. Twitch, you want to hang out while I paint my nails? YouTube, I think it's time to let you go. Thanks for hanging out and watching me draw. We got to shade the kobold. Figured out how to make a centaur lay down, which was a wild task. I had to reach far into my past and pull upon my ancient horse knowledge of a briar horse. Oh god, that hurt. Sorry, I have like really, really wild hiccups. So yeah, we'll be back. I think I'll be back around. Look for the pings, look for the go lives. If you know, you know. Otherwise, I'm gonna tuck off here for YouTube. Have a good night.